I know it's early days, but have you got an estimate on what this will cost, Premier?
Look, it is early days. We've only assessed nearly a couple of hundred properties, but more of that will happen today, and so we'll know more by the end of the day. I've seen a lot of natural disasters in Queensland, though, and I'd expect that we're talking billions rather than hundreds of millions.
Sure. Murray Watt also said there will likely be more disaster payments down the track. Are you looking at extra state contributions as well?
Yeah, we will be, and we'll want to discuss that with the Australian government. We'll both make contributions to that assistance. They've provided additional hardship assistance that's available at 2 o'clock today. We've got teams helping people to apply for both the funds that we administer as well as those. But there will be a much bigger package to support people through the major stages of the recovery. Right now, our funding largely goes to local government to help them with the clean-up.
Okay, I mean, your heart bleeds for businesses, particularly tourist businesses in the far north, Premier, particularly after only just bouncing back from COVID. We've spoken to some of those businesses as well. Will there be extra funding for those businesses caught up in this again, or will that just kind of be scooped up in what you just said in the previous answer?
No, look, I expect there will be an assistance package for affected businesses. That's certainly what we're discussing and how we can support the tourism industry. But the number one thing people watching around the country can do is think about having a holiday up here. As I say, Cairns is pretty much open for business, but there's not many people at those businesses. They've not had the tourist arrivals. And so if you're still thinking about what kind of holiday you want over the Christmas break, think about coming to Cairns. I brought my family here last Easter and we had a ball out on the reef. We did the Kuranda Sky Rail, go-karts. There's so much to do. It's a great spot for a holiday.
Yeah, it sure is. But how long there's still access roads that are going to be blocked off going to places like Port Douglas for a little while. I mean, how long do you expect this as a whole to take to get cleaned up?
Look, we'd hope to have access to Port Douglas pretty quickly, but some of these roads are very, very badly damaged. And so our road workers did an incredible job getting the Bruce open to Cairns yesterday morning. Like, that was a mammoth effort considering the level of this disaster. We'll get the other roads open as quickly as we can, but the airport into Cairns is open. Cairns hotels and restaurants and businesses, they're all open. So if people want to come here, they should.
Okay, yeah, and just finally, much has been made about the Bureau of Meteorology, and I spoke to Murray Watt about this a short time ago as well. I mean, predicting weather is an inexact science, but the fact that an office was taken out of Cairns, that might have helped with a better forecast here. So would you consider reinstating the Bureau of Meteorology office in Cairns or something of that nature?
Yeah, so the Australian government runs the Bureau of Meteorology. We have invested a lot in improving weather gauges and measurement facilities right across the state, actually. But I think, having sat in that disaster committee with the Bureau team every single day, they work as hard as they can and provide the best predictions they can. Part of the problem here was that we saw a kind of rain event that we've never experienced before at a time of year that we've never seen it before, and it flooded homes that have never flooded before. And I know that people who live in homes that have experienced flooding before know that a flood warning applies to them. If your house has never flooded, then you don't tend to think that alert means you should get out of your house. And so, look, that made it hard throughout that night. But I know that the Bureau does their very, very best. They couldn't have predicted the level of rain at the time that it arrived, but we did have active warnings through that entire period, and we did warn that there would be heavy rainfall, flash flooding in the wake of the cyclone. So the broader warning was correct. It was just that sudden torrential rain. And I was talking to locals here on the ground at that time, people who've lived in Cairns all their life, and they were saying they'd never seen anything like it. So I think it's a bit hard to expect the Bureau to predict something that we've never experienced before.
Okay. Stephen Miles, the Queensland Premier, appreciate your time on a busy morning. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.